Good evening. I am Spank Knightly, and this is my real voice. That I've always had. Forever. Tonight I'll be reading you macabre tales to tuck you in this Halloween season. I'll be reading to you Edgar Allan Poe's classic, The Masque of the Red Death. A story about a plague-filled land, the rich who try to ignore it, and the death that comes for us all. Unfortunately, I simply do not have time to dramatically hum in your ear the entire fascinating morbid tale, so I've made a deal with the powers that be to speed up the reading whenever a new paragraph starts in the story. Let's get this bitch started. The Red Death had long devastated the country. No pestilence had ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar, and its seal, the redness and the horror of blood. There were sharp pains and sudden dizziness, and then profuse bleeding at the pores with dissolution. The scarlet stains upon the body, and especially upon the face of the victim, where the pest ban would shut him out from aid and sympathy of his fellow men. And the whole seizure, progress, and termination of the disease were the incidents of half an hour. But the Prince Prospero was happy, and dauntless and sagacious. When his dominions were half depopulated, he summoned to his presence 1,000 hale and light-hearted friends from among the knights and dames of his court, and with these retired to the deep seclusion of one of his castellated abbeys. This was an extensive and magnificent structure, the creation of the prince's own eccentric yet august taste. A strong and lofty wall girdled it in. This wall had gates of iron. The courtiers having entered brought furnaces and massy hammers and welded the bolts. They resolved to leave means neither of ingress nor egress to the sudden impulse of despair or of frenzy from within. The abbey was amply provisioned. With such precautions, the courtiers might bid defiance to the contagion. The external world could take care of itself. In the meantime, it was folly to grieve or to think. The prince had provided all the appliances of pleasure. There were buffoons, there were improvisatori, there were ballet dancers, there were musicians, there was beauty, there was wine. All these and security were within. Without was the Red Death. It was toward the close of the 5th or 6th month of his seclusion, and while the pestilence raged most fiercely abroad, that the Prince Prospero entertained his 1,000 friends at a masked ball of the most unusual magnificence. It was a lunch scene that masquerade, but first let me tell of the rooms which it was held. These were 7 and imperial suites. In many palaces, however, such suites form a long and straight vista, while the folding doors slide back near to the walls on either hand, so that the view of the whole extent is scarcely impeded. Here the case was very different, as might have been expected from the dukes of the Czar. The apartments were so readily disposed that the vision embraced but little more than one at a time. There was a sharp turn every 20 or 30 yards at each turn, and also that. To the right and left, in the middle of each wall, a tall and narrow Gothic window opened upon a closed corridor which pursued the windings of the suite. These windows were stained glass, with color varying according to the prevailing hue that wishes to achieve the print. That, at the eastern extremity, was hung, for example, in blue, and vividly blue were its windows. The second chamber was purple in its ornaments and tapestries, and here the panes were purple. The third was green throughout, and so were the casings. The fourth was furnished and lighted with orange, the fifth with white, the sixth with light. The seventh apartment was closely shrouded in black velvet tapestry that hung all over the ceiling and down the walls, falling in heavy fold on a carpet of the same material and hue. But in this chamber only, the color of the windows failed to correspond to the decorations. The panes here were scarlet, a deep blood color. Now, in no one of the 7 apartments was there any lamp or candelabrum in the profusion of golden ones that they scattered to and fro or depended from the roof. There was no light of any kind emanating from lamp or candle within the chambers. But in the corridors that followed the suite, there stood opposite to each window a heavy tripod bearing a brazier of fire that projected its rays to the tinted glass and so glaringly illumined the room. And thus were produced a multitude of gaudy and fantastic appearances. But in the western or black chamber, the effect of the firelight that streamed upon the black hangings of the blood-tinted panes was ghastly in the extreme, and produced so wildly a look upon the countenances of those who entered, that there were few of the company bold enough to set foot within its precincts at all. It was in this apartment also there stood against the western wall a gigantic clock of ebony. Its pendulum swung to and fro with a dull, heavy, monotonous clang, and when the mid-hand had the circle of the face and the hour was restrained, there came from the brazen lungs of the clock a sound which was clear and loud and deep and exceedingly musical. With so clear a note of emphasis that each lapse of an hour, the musicians of the orchestra were restrained to pause momentarily in the performance to hearken to the sound. And thus the waltzers perforce ceased their elocutions, and there was a brief disconcert of the whole gay company. And while the chimes of the clock yet rang, it was observed that the giddies grew pale, and the more aged the passed their hands over their brows as if in confused reverie or meditation. When the echoes heavily ceased, a light laughter was very faintly. The musicians looked at each other and smiled as at their own nervous folly, and they whispered about each to the other. The next chime of the clock should produce in them no similar motion. And then, after the last 60 minutes, which embraced 3,600 seconds of time that flies, there came yet another chime of the clock, and then with the same disconcert, tremulous meditation as before. But, in spite of these things, it was a gay and magnificent night. The case of the Duke was peculiar. He had fine eye colours and effects. He disregarded the decor of mere fashion. His mouth bold and fury, and his conception low, barbaric luster. There are some who thought him mad. His soul felt that he was not. It was necessary to hear, see, and touch him to be sure that he was not. He had read the report into emotions and on occasions of it. It was his own taste for the characters and be sure they were tested. There were much glare, glitter, teasing, phantom, much of what has been since seen around. There were figures, with figures, and there were figures, fancies, and ambushers. There were much of the people wanting bizarre, something terrible, and a little ambush might have been success. To and fro, the chambers, multitude dreams, and these, the dreams, right in and out, in huge rooms, and causing all these the orchestra to sing and echo success. And anon, the striking clock stand the whole and then were all the seal, and all these sides of the clock. The dream of the frozen extent, the cool sunshine, the underdog music, and the light absolute laughter, close back and and now in news wells, and the dreams and light too and from merrily there, taking from the nations which stream the clouds. But the chambers like the there are now none of the master the nice wind, and never the red the pinks, the lights, the sacred walls, and him who falls in the there comes a multitude almost only that, and they were switching to the gates of the thoughts. But these are points, and the paragraph, without going on, but like there is something in that clock, and then we see and the was quiet, there was unused all things but now the process of the clock must have passed, and more progress, more time, in meditation following those and thus you have passed, before the last time, there was there were angels around, and where presence mastery, and recitation was beautiful, and where presence and around, there rose and the whole thing was warmer, expressive, separation, and surprise, divine, of terror, of horror, and disgust. In some fashion, it also warmer to the truth, and very much and not down to the mental, therefore not to the challenge, even though most of the there are too many, opening, not to the and there are two people, there was all the church, master,